disappointing result. Thought we were deserving a better. It didn't think we were brilliant, but I do think a lot of things transpired against us. I know people will say it's a lot worse than what it was, because the outcome isn't great, and we get that, we accept that. But in the cold light of day, if you analyse the game, we were the better team. I thought the decision that you have a penalty kick was wrong. Having seen it back again, I think it's so soft and so harsh on us. I think we've got to come in from behind, but luckily we've still got plenty of the game to do that. And I thought we huffed and puffed first half. I thought the penalty robbed us back, set us back. I think Youssef going off wasn't ideal as well, and we'll probably come on to that one. And we made, I think you've got to compliment Hibs in the sense that they came and they sat off us that shape. And I just thought we were a wee bit pedestrian, a wee bit reluctant to try and break lines a bit quicker and try and be a wee bit more positive. And we played a bit safer than I would have hoped in the first half. The spare area, the spare man in the pitch a lot of times was Vanya, and obviously being booked. And we tried Finlay on that side, just to double up with Daisuke on that right hand side. You have to say it didn't work totally. And then Finlay had a stomach bug and has to come off. He was feeling that, he was saying he felt sick. But trying Finlay there, we were trying to be positive with that change. But you have to say it didn't quite work. And I thought the last 25 minutes of the game, half an hour of the game, was far more how I want Rangers to play in terms of we engaged with our strikers quicker, we got more balls in the box. We looked as if the equaliser was coming. It took a bit longer than I would have hoped because we passed up chance after chance. But we started to, 76% possession, we started to actually utilise that possession with a wee bit more of a threat. And we had more point at box action. So, but the only start that really matters is the fact of the scoreline. But I actually thought the intent of the team was good, and I've got to praise the players for their efforts to keep going. I thought the subs all played a part, particularly Gers and Tell and Dio. I thought they all had an impact in the game positively. And we could be sitting here bemoaning the fact that we've dropped a couple of points. But losing the goal, even the nature of the goal that came off the studs and trickled by Ivor, it's a blow for us, and we didn't deserve that. We've got to be honest. And what we get is loads of frustration. Nobody's as frustrated as I am, but it's my job to keep calm with the players. They keep giving us that what they gave us the last part of the game, we'll be fine. But we're still trying to get players up to speed. Some players come in different stages. We're still trying to get some new signings up to speed. We're still trying to get some new signings in the building. But we've got to try and do all that by still winning games at the same time. And today's a game where I would argue that we should have won and certainly shouldn't have lost.
Is that your message to fans? Derek, you're talking about getting players up to speed, try to get more players in. Are you asking for patience? Because you're full-time whistle, you can understand there were boos. 3 games that win. Is that your message though? Give us more time?
No, I'm not asking for more time. I'm asking, I understand the frustration. I share the frustration. It's 15 years of frustration here at this club, right? Nobody knows that more than me. One title win, the fans didn't even get to see the title win. So we're a byproduct, every Rangers team is a byproduct of that frustration. So the Rangers fans just want to see their team winning, and so they are. And we will get there. It's not been the start that we wanted, but we will get the outcome that we're going to get. And we have to work hard and stick together in the dressing room. But do it to expect it to be any different than what we got today? No, until we start winning. So I'm fine with that. I'm not going to ask the fans for more patience, because I think the Rangers fans have been patient enough. So it's up to us to give them a winning team more often than not, and we will get there. We could do with some help, and we're working hard to try and get some bodies in, and we could do a wee bit more luck than we got today, certainly. But it's not going to start we wanted, but we still intend to have the same outcome.
Derek, you said that the players went safe a wee bit. You think that's a consequence of some of the anxiety that you hearing about the ground, and in that sense you need the players to try and, as best they can, try and blob that out?
Yeah, spoke about that, but that's not going to change. No, and I totally get that. So we've got to be more focused and single-minded with that, and the only way that's going to change is by getting a winning team regular and playing in a manner which allows us to play with a wee bit more risk. And I just thought we're a wee bit safe, and that's why we go with double wingers on that side. We try to get Diamandi and that Romans running that side and try to get more crosses in from left. We wanted to engage with strikers, and I think by and large we did get a wee bit more of what we wanted, but still not enough because we've not got the end result. But I do think like playing in the opposition box more, putting them under more pressure, getting more opportunities to set plays, it's how we want to be. And I think if we play in that manner more, we get a different outcome.
Can I just ask about Youssef? Obviously, a lot of rumours, speculation before the game about that's from Turkey. How is his condition? Did that lately to affect?
So do I get that?
Yeah. Is that likely to affect Youssef, the injury today? How is he, and will that affect the bid from Turkey, do you think?
Well, the bid was rejected, which we're delighted about. You know, it's a big number that came in for him, but we've got good plans for Youssef to be with us this season and be part of something. So delighted with that side of it. Disappointed for the big fella that he has to come off in a stretcher. I thought he was looking bright and running gaps and played with a bit of purpose, and there's no doubts that we missed that, and we're taking a deal with that part of it. But he's left on a boot and his knee in a brace, and we'll get him scanned tomorrow. So it'd be wrong for me to speculate, but hopefully we get some bit of luck on the scan tomorrow, and he can be back in the Rangers shirt before too long.
Also, some suggestions today about interested in Mohamed Diawande. Can you shed any light on that?
I don't know whether I think there may be some conversations going on about that. But I don't know if there's been an official bid or anything like that. But nothing I can really comment on it, to be honest.
Derek, there's been rumours of interest in a couple of players, Callum Wright and James Penrice. Can you tell us anything about either of those?
Probably not officially. I think there's been a few names in the press over the last few days where I think there has been quite accurate with some of them, and there's a lot of things that are ongoing at the minute. You know, before even we travelled to Poland the other day, we were hoping to try and land a couple of players. So we're still in the process of trying to do that. But I think until we get things finalised and get things agreed with any player, I'd probably be wrong with me to speak about that. But clearly we could do with some help, and clearly we could do with certain players in certain areas helping us out. I do think the positives today, I think Bakanya did really well for his first 90 minutes since the 29th of May. I think Daisuke is showing moments, and obviously we're still trying to bring in another wide right player as well if we can, to share that burden with him. But having a natural left-footed player on that side and somebody who wants to play there, I think will be key for us. So it is important that we try and make sign with the club has worked hard on that, and I think it's important that we come out the window as strong as we possibly can.
Final question, Michael. Just on the Chermiti injury, was it a tackle or did they land on it or did they hit the board?
Impact. It was an impact. So he described to me as he planted his foot and then he felt the impact from the challenge. So I know he maybe looks as if he's in the board, but I don't think it had anything to do with the board, to be honest.